Everybody says that you need full frame for professional photography, but I simply don't buy it. I switched to Fujifilm APS-C, and honestly, it's the best decision I've made, not only as a street photographer, as a professional photographer, and on the street scene in Memphis. But don't just take my word for it. Let me show you why. When you're out here on Beale Street, speed and comfort, well, it simply just matter. And full frame setups, they're heavy, they're bulky. Content creators are big on telling you what you need, but the truth behind that is a lot of those same content creators are being sponsored and they're simply promoting gear that they've been given. A lot of them haven't spent their hard-earned money like you and I to be able to, basically just come on YouTube and tell you what you need. One of the main things that I've learned to appreciate from Fujifilm and the whole APS-C concept is being able to not have to carry, just a ton of stuff. And I've been able to, in this bag, I have my Fujifilm X-T5, 55mm prime lens. I have a 35mm prime lens, and I have on the camera body a 28mm f2.8 with the lenses. So all in this one bag, I have this one small bag. I have my camera and 2 prime lens, extra camera strap, got a couple of extra batteries, and I have my external flash to mount onto my camera and to be able to utilize this all in one concept. So just not being able to, not having to carry around a whole ton of things and be weighed down by that, because I'm confident in the stuff that I do have. Just so it allows me to be able to move freely without looking like photographer. I can still be low key and look more like a tourist while capturing those street scenes, whether I'm here in St. Louis or in Memphis or Central Loop, Chicago. Those are just some of my favorite places to shoot and just enjoy photography. You don't want to be walking around with a ton of equipment looking like photographer. People start to ask questions, people get uncomfortable with everything, but you can just be low key and fit in like a tourist. When I made the decision to basically give up full frame, it wasn't a decision that I even had to think about. I just know in real time what I was actually doing with my professional work, and as well as just being on the streets of Memphis, Chicago, DC, and everywhere that I've been. I've always gravitated more towards retro style cameras anyway. So all of the professional work and everything that I was doing, I was already using it. It's just that when I started to take notice to in professional settings when I was using it, I still always gravitated towards APS-C and the Fujifilm vibe, just because of the retro feel. I want to be able to take the street photography feel into a professional setting and still apply it for everything that I'm doing. And Fujifilm and APS-C has allowed me to do that. But Fujifilm APS-C cameras, they're small, light, and discreet, which is perfect for just blending in and capturing real authentic moments. One of the reasons I fell in love with Fujifilm naturally is their film simulations. Straight out of the camera, I get colors that simply just feel cinematic and soulful, perfect for the vibe of Memphis. I don't always have time to spend hours editing. The colors simply are just there. And that means I can shoot, share, and simply just keep it moving. Another thing, Fujifilm simply has a vibe. The camera just looks and feels different. It's almost like a modern classic.
When people see me with it, it sparks conversation. And the Fujifilm community, let's just say it's pretty strong. Other shooters actually stop me to talk about gear, share tips, or just vibe about street photography. That sense of connection makes this journey even better. So yeah, I could have stayed full frame, but Fujifilm simply just fits who I am and how I shoot. Lighter, more soulful, and built for the streets.
So I'm not telling you that you don't actually need full frame or full frame doesn't matter. But what I am telling you, in the end, what really matters is you actually learning to become a better photographer. And that doesn't necessarily mean the gear that you use. So just going out, just feeling like you need to go out and buy the most expensive camera, that is far from the truth. The main thing that you need to do is to actually learn how to use the camera that you have, whether it's full frame or APS-C. In the end, knowledge and regaining that experience is what's going to help you, not the actual equipment. The equipment is going to be part of a collective effort of the knowledge that you put into the equipment of what you have. So, on that note, I'm Ron. This is Ron's Classic Photography. AKA Soldier.